hearts before. To other lovers we have been untrue. We played around, made romances, put our odds on second chances. Always had an eye for someone new.
Now it's only me who's in your heart, and you're the only one that I adore. Let's trade those greener pastures for kisses and midnight raptures. Let's unlearn the loving that we learned before.
Just get a good grip on my heart. If you feel it falling, dear, don't let it start. Tie it up, chain it down. Don't let it slip around. Don't let it flutter when I'm talking to another. Just get a good grip on my heart. Promise me you'll try to keep it true, and I'll get a grip on your heart too. Just get a good grip on my heart. If you feel it falling, dear, don't let it start. Tie it up, chain it down. Don't let it slip around. Don't let it flutter when I'm talking to another. Just get a good grip on my heart. Promise me you'll try to keep it true, and I'll get a grip on your heart too.
Okay. Well, that was the Yellow Bellies Sapsuckers. Am I unmuted? I think I am. Wave. Yes. Excellent. All right, you guys, I think we have reached critical mass at this point. I'm sure we'll have some stragglers come in, and I'll take this opportunity to babble a few minutes. I know most of you are already very aware of where you are. Hopefully you're all safely in your homes or at some other place where you are isolated with people that you know and love. And you are right now people that I know and love, and I'm super happy that you're with us tonight. So On the Track Songwriter Showcase is a concert series that is in its 9th season. And our 9th season is special. Why? Well, because you don't have to live so close to come and see the shows. And you could be here from, I don't know, somewhere in Edmonton, perhaps, which is in Canada, as I understand it. And we are super, super, super excited about today's show because I've heard both of these artists a handful of times and quite obsessed with them both. And that's usually a prerequisite for me to present somebody at the concert series. Normally we do this at an old train depot. And I stand up in front of the room and I tell you about all the awesome people that help put this concert series on. And every last one of them is still extremely special to me, although I don't get to see them anymore, which is really sad for me. Sue McDonald and Tom Hanneman usually set up our chairs. So we're just going to imagine that they're here and give them a big round of virtual applause. Our buddy Tom Gerard is usually the bouncer. And if you ever saw Tom Gerard, you'd think that was funny too, just because he's about my height. So he's not bouncer height, but he's tough and he makes sure people pay. Speaking of payments, no pressure. We want you to be here. We want you to be enjoying the music. But if you are out in Facebook land watching, keep an eye out for the post that I'm going to put in there that will tell you how you can donate. We have all the money is going to be collected through our On the Tracks PayPal account. And then, sorry, I'm getting distracted by letting people in. But yeah, so yes, all donations that you can afford to give, $5, $2, $100, all is going to go right to the artist tonight, every last penny of it. So and you, I promise, will want to tip more after you see them. So here I'm babbling. I'm just going to stop talking now because we've decided what we're going to do is 2 half-hour sets. First Suzie, then Michael, and then you stick around because they're going to swap songs with each other for a few rounds after that and swap some banter. So I'm bringing Suzie into the picture right now so I can have a chat with you. Hi, Suzie.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. You are coming to us from what is the name of your town?
The town is called Wainfleet in Ontario, and I'm about 45 minutes from Niagara Falls or Buffalo, but I'm in Canada.
Oh, okay. So you're not where I thought you were. For some reason, I thought you were closer to Toronto, which I'm.
Well, I'm about an hour and a half, so it's depending on traffic. So
you're in a great spot. Niagara Falls is beautiful, and I can't wait to go back there. So
yeah,
I know that you're known as this kind of badass blues style singer songwriter, and I first saw you with that crazy amazing bass that we're going to see, I know, tonight.
Yeah.
But I have since gotten to know Suzie as a tremendous songwriter, which was always there, but also it's not just blues, dude.
No.
It's like really, it's just all around such a versatile, beautiful writing style, gorgeous voice. This woman shines, and I'm going to get out of the way so she can shine for you. Please welcome Suzie Vinnick.
Thanks, Annie. And welcome, everybody. I see you. Yay. That's so nice. I am going to do a little mix of stuff. Like Annie says, I call myself a roots and blues artist. So I do a mix of blues, definitely. I'm going to start with a kind of funky blues tune. It's called Happy as Hell, and it's about gratitude. I don't want for nothing. They complain, but I know I'm living a charmed life. Lucky to be walking down this road. Oh, I got no reason to ever bitch and moan, but I do sometimes. I'm up more than I'm down. Most time the pieces seem to fit. Well, it hasn't been all roses. I got good friends who catch me when I slip. Oh, still got some mojo. It's slow down somebody, it ain't quit. Oh, I'm happy as hell. I got everything I need, everything I need. I'm happy as hell. I got a few aching bones, truth be known. It's easy to be me. I have my days like anyone, where I whine and cry the blues. I see the bigger picture when I turn on the news. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so grateful to be standing in these shoes. Oh, happy as hell. I got everything I need, everything I need. I'm happy as hell. I got a few aching bones, truth be known. It's easy need. I got a few aching bones. The truth be known, it's easy to be me. And I got it easy to, oh, it's easy to be me. And I got it easy. There you go. After you, Phil.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. So that's off my latest album, which is called Shake the Love Around, and it's kind of a mix of like a bluesier stuff, funkier stuff. This is called Beautiful Little Fool, and it comes from that album as well. The stars have all come out tonight. The moon hides behind the trees. I'm thinking back to when we met. You said you held the key. You're such a beautiful little fool. I can't believe you fell for me. Open up the door to my heart. Such a beautiful little fool. I can't believe you fell for me. Open up the door to my heart. Oh, you set me free. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A seaside stroll, just you and me. I felt like diving in. We dipped our toes into the waves, and love came sailing in. You're such a beautiful little fool. I can't believe you fell for me. Open up the door to my heart. Such a beautiful little fool. I can't believe you fell for me. Open up the door to my heart. Oh, you set me free. Sometimes when our heart's in shambles, luck jumps out from behind a tree. You know love's a crazy gamble. You gotta roll the dice and see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rockers rocking on the porch, and the sun begins to set. I'll wear the key that you gave to me, and it shines here on my neck. You're such a beautiful little fool. Can't believe you fell for me. Open up the door to my heart. Such a beautiful little fool. I can't believe you fell for me. Yeah, open up the door to my heart. Oh, you set me free. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey. Thanks to you all for coming. It's great. Okay. I'm deliberating as I'm doing my songs. I got a little set together, but it's like, what am I really in the mood for? I know, I'm going to do this one. This is a song I co-write mostly, because I find I try to write my own songs and I get so far and then I never get them done. I find, at least if I do some co-writing with people, that I'll usually come out of it with a finished song. So this song was kind of neat. I had started it, and I got an invitation to write a song on spec for a film, and they wanted it to sound. They sent me a video cassette, the VHS tape back in the day, of what they wanted the song to sound like. And so I had some lyrics and some music, and then I brought it to my friend Dan Kershaw, who's a Toronto-based songwriter. And so we wrote this. It's called Sometimes I Think I Can Fly. It didn't end up making it in the film, but I recorded it with one of my bands, and it ended up winning the International Songwriting Competition blues category, first place. So that was all right. Anyway, here it is for you.
Dearly beloved, I'm writing you, 'cause I feel so far away. Last night when I checked, you were lying in your bed. When I left, you had nothing to say. Sometimes the bottle's half empty, sometimes I drink till it's dry. Sometimes there's blues on the soles of my shoes, and sometimes I think I can fly. I thought I could hide in the I-95, in the chatter of junks in this bar, where the work comes in shifts and the customers drift, and our fortunes not caught in the stars. Sometimes the bottle's half empty, sometimes I drink till it's dry. Sometimes there's blues on the soles of my shoes, and sometimes I think I can fly. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, yeah, yeah. Ooh, 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 oh. And now the sun's down low on the city, and it goes where you live and make you behave. Up here on the roof, oh, it feels like we're through. And on the street, I call out your name. I call your name. Sometimes the bottle's half empty, sometimes I drink till it's dry. Sometimes there's blues
Vinnick.
Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to switch over to my crazy bass for this next song.
Yay!
I'm a guitar.
Hey, Kermit.
This is Kermit. We call it Kermit. It's a weird looking bass, eh? It's 5-string fan fretted bass. It's made in Saskatchewan by a luthier named Sheldon Dingwall, and it's a Dingwall designer guitars if you want to go googling. But the fan fret is supposed to make it more ergonomic. And I gotta put my headset on. And the song I'm going to play for you is one that I co-wrote with a friend of mine from a little island out in British Columbia called Hornby Island. And there's a blues workshop that I've taught at many, many times. And in the first 5 years or so, a lady named Kathy Banky used to cook for all the teachers and students, and she made a killer mango pie. So one of the islanders wrote lyrics for this. It's called "The Pie That My Baby Makes," and I put them to music. So, and it just seems to be fun to sing and play on the bass. So here you go. If you haven't had dessert, here's some dessert for you. Oh, catfish fried in the moonlight, maple syrup on golden cakes. I love all those brandy-soaked chocolate truffles, but it's the pie that my baby makes. I like chowder in the storm when the lights go out, burgers and fries and shakes, some Beardo almonds and sweet meringue, but it's the pie that my baby makes. So you can rub me down with pepper, butter my buns and lick my chops. Oh, but don't you go stealing my mango pie, or I'll have to call the cops. I'm partial to potatoes, fritters, beer, and clam crab bakes. I've tried to save the soil, but it's the pie that my baby makes. Oh. Oh, you can rub me down with pepper, butter my buns and lick my chops. Oh, but don't you go stealing my mango pie, or I'll have to call the cops. I'm partial to potatoes, fritters, beer, and clam crab bakes. I've tried to save the soya, but it's the pie that my baby makes. So yeah, it's the pie my baby makes. So yeah, it's the pie that my baby makes. Thanks, guys.
That was awesome.
I like that one. It's kind of fun. It's a little sassy. All right. So now I think I have 2 more songs. Annie, I'm going to say that. Does that sound right? I'm not supposed to say that, but just because I didn't look at the time.
But I do have a question for you. Sorry.
Okay, I'll give you an answer.
We're going to have the question and answer hour for a second.
Sure.
Did you play the bass first or the guitar first?
I started guitar at 9, and then picked up bass in high school at 13. There was 2 of us in the high school stage band, guitar player, me, and another guy, but he knew the jazzier chords, and I was like more the folky chords. So, and there was no bass player, and I said to the music teacher, "Hey, would it be okay if I learned the bass?" And he said that'd be great. So it ended up being my main instrument for 17 years. Wow. So yay, Mr. England at my high school.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Yeah, and guitar's fun too. It's all good. comfortable. And Kermit's crazy green. Oh, and the color of the luthier actually called the color Fifth Margarita green. I don't know. Anyway, it's a but my friend nicknamed the bass Kermit because it looks like Kermit the Frog. So well, I've got you guys out at Hornby Island. I'm gonna do a song that I wrote out when I was out there. Around 2000, there's sort of like a 4-year period where I lost one of my friends died, my dad died, my marriage ended, my mom died, my grandmother died, all within like this short period of time, and it was tough, and I found myself working a full-time job and not dealing with stuff very well. But then I got called to go teach at Hornby at this beautiful little island, and they kept us super busy teaching, and by the end of the week I just felt like a part of me had healed. It was just such a beautiful spot, and so I wrote this song. It's called Happy Here. Sorry, I'm going to play it in the right key for you. It'll be really weird if I don't. Here you go. In the dark night, you can taste the breeze, hear the ocean sighing, there's silver through the trees, and they're relieved to find it, shadows on the ground. All my senses sharpen like the blade, and night has found me here. I am happy here. Moon was full tonight, high above the trees, in the dark and light, the path that shows to me, as if to say that what I'm feeling isn't what it seems. I'm safe within your arms, but I'm running in my dreams, and time laughs at me, 'cause I'm happy here, happy here, happy here, happy here. Oh, when the morning comes in the eastern sky, and the stars go down, and the night birds fly, well, I'm walking out of darkness as I step out of the frame, and you're halfway in my heart, and I'm halfway on the train, like a song that's sung and gone, 'cause I'm happy here, happy here, happy here, happy here, happy here, yeah. Oh, happy here, yeah. Oh. Thank you. My cat came was head bonking my knee at the end of the song. Hi, Cinnamon. She's so cute. So I don't want to step on Michael's toes, and I just want to make sure I do the right amount of songs. So one more song, and this is what Annie hates. I'm sorry. She gives me the thumbs up. Okay, perfect.
It's fine. You're totally good.
I should have said it. So what time should I end? Oh well, it's good. This last song I'm gonna do. It's another kind of sassy little tune that my friend Christy McGraw wrote the lyrics for, and she plunked it down on a table at we were going to see a buddy of ours play, and she said, "I wrote this song. Check it out." And I read it through, and I came up with music and melody for it right away. And we've rewritten it a bit, but it's called Save Me for Later. And it's all about things you save for a special occasion. So there might be, your favorite chocolate. If you save that, I can't save chocolate for the life of me. I'd be lying if I said I did. Or maybe your favorite wine or whatever you might be. Your favorite ice cube shape. I don't know. We thought we'd add an Italian entree to the song. That special meal you make. And so I Googled Italian entrees and came up with a list of a bunch of different ones and kind of sang them through. And the one that sang the best was risotto manticoro con grana padano, which loosely translated is rice creamy or buttery with grana padano cheese, which is a type of Parmesan. And so anyway, it made it into the song, and translating it and having this exotic sounding dish and doing the translation, it's kind of like pasta and cheese, which made me go like, it's kind of like an exotic craft dinner, which is what we call mac and cheese in Canada, and I think you guys call it mac and cheese stateside. Anyways, but it sounds good when you sing it, and it tastes really good too. Here's Save Me for Later. And thank you, Annie, and I look forward to hearing Michael and sharing phone sounds. No. And we'll be, anyway, I'll do this. I'm going to stop talking. Save me for later like a child saves chocolate kisses. Save me for later like some flowers for a missus. Like a smoker keeps a cigarette in his pocket. Sweethearts keep photos in a locket. They say cooking it slow brings out the flavor. Save me for later. Save me for later like an after midnight playlist. Rock me tonight, I'll give you fever. We'll make it shameless like a queen bee who's sharing her honey. Millionaire spending all his money. They say cooking it slow brings out the flavor. Save me for later. And something put aside always seems a little sweeter. A secret desire that gets a little stronger. Oh, your will to resist gets weaker and weaker as you think about it longer and longer. Yeah, 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 yeah. Always seems a little sweeter. A secret desire that gets a little stronger. Yeah, your will to resist gets weaker and weaker as you think about it longer and longer. Yeah, yeah. Save me for later like the Frenchmen age their cheese. Save me for later a taste of luxury. Vintage bottle of Merlot. Oh, risotto manticoro con grana padano, baby. They say cooking it slow brings out the flavor. Save me for later, yeah. They say that cooking it slow brings out the flavor. Cooking it slow brings out the flavor, yeah. Cooking it slow
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks, you guys.
Cool.
Hey, Jenny, it's so fun watching you groove in there.
Oh my gosh! How can you not lie? I was laughing as I the just said the host spotlighted you, so you need to unmute yourself. I'm like,
Oh, did I host? Did I spotlight you?
the host. Why are you telling? Susie Vinnick. Oh, girl, I love it. I love that we're going to hear more from you later because this was not the last song you were going to do. So, because we'll come back for some song swapping after Michael's set. Thank you so much. That was beautiful and divine. Ladies and gentlemen, I did put Susie's link to her store right there in the chat. And I love that you're all being real quiet and paying attention to the show, but you can feel free to show your appreciation in the chat as well if you would like. But can you just once for me say the risotto thing again?
Risotto manticoro con grano padano.
Good Lord.
Being a good Ukrainian girl. No.
I want that to be my ringtone. So
Okay, all right, I'll do it. I'll send you an MP3. I'll send you on a voice memo to your phone.
Promise. All right, Susie, we'll be back later. Everybody give another round of applause for Susie.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Annie.
You ready?
I think so.
There he is. There he is. Michael McNevin.
Okay, I'm spotlighted.
Woohoo!
Do I have to do anything besides, do I have to push any buttons?
Nope, you shouldn't have to push nothing because I'm here with you for a quick second. I don't know if you can see me, but I can tell you. Michael is from the other end of the country. Well, Susie's not even from this country, but you know what I mean. She's on the other side of the coast, and Michael's all the way out in California. And I know you were planning to be here in the States at this time. And I think if you look outside my window, you will be glad that you are not. But you're no stranger to this state, right? You've been doing Lamb's Retreat for like a number of years. Is that how you know a lot of our pals?
Yeah, that's how I met a lot of Michiganders in the last, 3 or 4, 5 years maybe now. Written some songs up there. I'm going to sing some of the Michigan songs that came from Lambs. And I loved it there. The first time I was there, it was sunny. Then the next time it snowed. I loved it. I loved the snow because I don't get to see it that much here. I
know you're a little spoiled over there on that side of the country, but
I think you're spoiled for getting all that cool snow.
Okay, well, amen to that. I will thank Kiara for turning me on to Michael and his awesome, beautiful songwriting and music. And I am super excited for the rest of y'all. If you have not heard Michael, I know that many of you here have, and that's why you're here. We have a really nice turnout out there on the Facebook land. So we're super happy that everybody has shown up today. I've said that a bunch of times, and now we're going to turn it over. Michael McNevin, take it away, Mike.
Thank you, Annie. That was great. Susie, so good. Wow. Maybe we'll get to jam in person someday. You can give me a guitar lesson. This is a song I wrote at another little place that I like to write up in Idaho, my friend Nancy's place, and it's called Aluminum Oasis. Little California for all of you. I got a dark patch of sand and a place for my rig. Got a 30-foot trailer and a porcelain head. I got a Joshua tree and a 10 by 12 shed. You take the queen and I'll take the sofa bed. Come visit sometime, come visit sometime. Aluminum Oasis, if you don't mind the drive. I got cold beer and cribbage, AC and propane. Come visit sometime, and I'll do the same. You can fry an egg on 15. It's a money mirage. To the motels and tow trucks and a bar stove garage. Too hot for a hammock, rather get out of Dodge. You need a shade tree mechanic. You got room in your yard. Come visit sometime. Come visit sometime. I'll tune up your caddy. Won't cost you a dime. If it rains cats and dogs, honey, I won't complain. Come visit sometime, and I'll do the same. Do your big avocado trees grow low-hanging fruit? Do they shade the hot side of the house? Lucky you. Could an old Spartan trailer sit under them too? Would it bother the neighbors? Are there jobs I could do? Does your faucet pour water from the Hetch Hetchy Dam? Could the grass there be greener? Picture this if you can. With your rose-colored glasses, oh dear Polly Ann, could you see yourself loving Yosemite Sam? Now the buzzards in Barstow circle high every day. This ain't no bird bath, it's a game of decay. 120 degrees in the shade. Nobody would miss me if I headed your way. Or come visit sometime. Come visit sometime. J. Paul Getty built beauties, and this one's all mine. I got cold beer and cribbage, AC and propane. Come visit sometime, and I'll do the same. Come visit sometime, and I'll do.
That's a great song.
Yeah. I'm out of breath.
I am too. I was a little nervous singing that one. When I used to people in a room on the computer, I'm used to singing to myself in this place. This is awesome. Thanks for having me, Annie. This is so fun already.
Coming.
So
Tell me
you
about
got-
that guitar, though.
Okay, this is the Dan Electro. It's a Silvertone, a 1959 Sears Silvertone U1. It's got a lipstick pickup made out of a lipstick case that Dan Electro used to make guitars for Sears and Roebuck in 50s and mid-60s. They went out of business. But it's got an aluminum nut for the guitar players that care about this stuff. And it's got 2 rods from tail to tip. And it's made of masonite. It's hollow. It's a weird Frankenstein guitar this guy developed. But, you know, the kid would get it for Christmas because they heard the Beatles or Elvis. And then parents went down to Sears to get him a guitar because they don't want to spend money on a Fender. This is a poor man's Fender. And don't get me off on this. I'll spend the whole time talking about this guitar. I love it so much.
Okay. I thought it was a Dan Electro. It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, it's got a lot of road wear on it. It's got a lot of this stuff that's worn off of it. But the neck is straight as an arrow because of the things that he put through them. So when they come out of the garage sale after the kid never played it and they stuffed it away for 50 years, it comes out straight.
Wow.
You know, other guitars might come out warped. This one
All right.
will come out 50 years later looking pretty good and playing pretty good.
We'll
All
keep
right.
you it later.
Yeah. Here's one that I wrote in Michigan. I believe this is the last song that I wrote. I was there in the fall at Lamb's. And I don't know if you know this, but John Lamb runs this great retreat up north and way up in the top of the mitt, as they say. Unless you call it a mitten, I don't know. And he gave me a prompt that had to do with my bad jokes, and I ended up with this. It's not a joke song at all, but it does sort of incorporate some comedy into it. It's called Vaudeville on Ice. It's got some Michigan stuff in it. Sometimes we're the punchline to a joke of our own doing. Pratfall at the curtain call, clowns going down from rags to ruin. Coulda rode off into a sunset, instead we crash into a drum set. Shake it off, make 'em laugh till they cry. It's a comedy. Vaudeville, gotta tighten up my act. Oleo's over, headed for the bar and back. I'm bombing here, time to take a bow. Get out of town any way I know how. Tomatoes don't hurt, but stains stick around. It's a comedy. Mercy, but it ain't no coup de grace. It's either a hook or a ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Uh-huh. And a tramping we will go. Whistle to me, hobo, got a little water dough. Detroit or bust, hitchhike in the winter, cheaper than airfare. Save it for the cookware and camping stuff to get me by. Drill a hole in a lake and try to catch a walleye. And now the polar bears are laughing at me too. It's a comedy. Vaudeville on ice. Vaudeville on ice. Ice fishing in Michigan, living on the glass. I got a winter shanty now, cold brew, hot brats. Gonna be a good citizen and haul away my trash. Warm cot gas seat, do some barking on the street. Get your free tickets to a front row seat for my comedy. Vaudeville on ice. Vaudeville on ice. Coke bottle cheaters reading Melville at night. 3 months of winter in the vaudeville lights. Who owns a lake is a warden on the take. Just a bunch of frozen water, can't you leave a clown alone? Hey Mac, I used to be a squatter, but now I call it home. From a comedy. Of mercy, but it ain't no coup de grace. It's either a hook or a ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Uh-huh. Abbott was the straight man, Costello got the laughs. Maybe I could find a partner and get another bowler hat. Oh, Michigan! Woo-hoo! Love Michigan. Wish I was there right now. Wish I was there right now.
We wish you were here too.
We will meet again next fall. We'll all be doing this again in person. Man, what a party we're going to have. All right, here's a song, another one I wrote in Michigan. I think this was 2 years ago at Lamb's. I think the only thing that came out of the prompt was something to do with cigarettes and asthma. And then this one's, I just, you got to kind of depart, and that's what I usually do at the camp and or the retreat that he calls it. And this is, I live in Niles. This is where I grew up. I live right next to a silent film theater. We had Charlie Chaplin making movies here in the 1910s. But it's a small neighborhood. It's train town. It's where the railroads came into the Bay Area in 1869. So I am very much into your Chelsea train depot thing. I want to see it someday. And about 6 blocks that way is where I grew up. And this is a family that I grew up with. Their whole family is in this song. The Santos brothers and the McNevin brothers used to play quite a bit together as kids. And a little slice of life from the 70s when we started to turn into teenagers. It's called Young Santos. Young Santos started smoking at the tender age of 12. Menthols on the swing set, 3 o'clock to the dinner bell. Latchkey brothers ran the roost, raid the fridge and raise some hell. The Santos house was open season when Daddy drove the Peterbilt. Leroy took the long hauls. A week or two he got good pay. Kept the kids in bikes and shoes. They missed him when he drove away. And Judy picked her battles. She lost them all the same. The boys are more like Leroy, getting bigger every day. She called Leroy on the CB. Come back, Leroy, are you there? We sure miss you, sweetie. Kids say hi. Kids say hi. The oldest had a dime bag trade and $1 million smile. The middle one had a temper fit for any middle child. They both tenderized young Santos in the hallway to see if he would cry. Eventually he didn't, so eventually they didn't try. Mornings on the kitchen phone, her best friend made her laugh. She lost her in the canyon, never quite got over there. She called Leroy on the CB. Come back, Leroy, are you there? We sure miss you, sweetie. Kids say hi. Kids say hi. Kids say hi. Divorces were a fad that year. All the parents got one. Motors, weights, and vinyl, distractions for the Santos sons. And she kept to her bedroom with her Boone's Farm soaps and sweaters. Judy's job got easy when she gave up altogether. It all went by the wayside, the Friday nights and double dates, and Leroy kept her guessing somewhere on the interstate. She called Leroy on the CB, "Come back, Leroy, are you there? We sure miss you, sweetie. Kids say hi. Kids say hi. Kids say hi." Young Sano started smoking at the tender age of 12. He's the one behind the barbecue, living up in Reno now. Leroy landed in Manteca. He's got an acre for his truck. I hear Judy's working down at Casper's. I hear she changed her luck. I hear she changed her luck. I hear she changed her luck. The roar of the crowd. Can I do this?
That was great. Great.
Sorry. I had to hit those buttons at least once during the show, or it wouldn't have felt right. Maybe I'll do one for the noise. Where's it coming from? Okay.
It wasn't you.
Sounded kind of like a train.
Yeah, somebody left themselves.
You hearing me okay right now?
Sound great.
Hold on. Annie, am I live still?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah.
Thumbs up. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Say it one more time.
I said yes.
Okay, sorry. My little speaker system was making this crackly noises, so I turned it off, and then I couldn't hear anybody. All right, this is a true story. There are train trestles all over the town. We're surrounded by the Alameda Creek, which comes out of Niles Canyon, and this is another friend on the same block that I grew up with, that I used to run around with, and his name was Rob, and he and I got caught on the train trestle. It was scary. We'd been up on that train trestle 100 times. Who would have thought a train would come? Well, I'm 2 feet ahead of the train. Didn't hear the whistle, trains on the trestle, running for my life and too young to die. Caught in the middle, train's big and I'm little, and I'm 2 feet ahead of the train. Well, I'm 2 feet ahead of the train. One wrong step and off a wreck. If she goes any faster, gonna get me with a cow catcher. I'm 2 feet ahead of the train. I'm a little worried, but I can't complain, cause I'm 2 feet ahead of the train. Don't worry, everybody, I'm okay. I don't die in the song. Everybody's okay. Nobody dies. Rob's okay too. Well, I'm 2 feet ahead of the train. She breathing down back, it's as simple as that. I hear the clatter. You know who's looking at her? She's a locomotive. I'm a worm in the rain, and I'm 2 feet ahead of the train. Well, it's a one-way bridge, no putting on skids. She has no mercy for a stupid little kid. I'd go to hell for all the things I did. Sorry to my teachers, sorry to my folks, sorry for my lots of graves and all things I broke. Sorry to the neighbors, sorry about the yards, sorry about the damage to the house and the cars. Sorry for the water fight, soccer ball, BB gun, newspaper, slingshot. Pretty good aim. Sorry for the rocks with all the other trains. Dirt clods and freight trains, folks, it's okay. Well, I'm 2 2 feet ahead of the train. All that really matters is that not getting it flatter than the feather of a chicken in a weather vane. All that really matters is that I get it flatter than the feather of a chicken in a weather vane. What do they mean? No pain, no gain. I'm 2 feet ahead of the train. Here it comes. Now if I can make it off, I'll tumble on a cop, but I'll never take my life for granted. Never live as though my time is handed to me on a platter. Happy with the trough. Happy to be alive. Happy if I stay 2 feet. Ahead of the train.
Yeah. Yeah.
Four. I think I'm gonna do one more, maybe one more. I did exactly what Susie did. I didn't look at the watch right before I started.
All good. I think you got actually looking at the clock. I think you got a couple more.
Okay, I'll do a couple more and I won't talk too much, or I'll do one more and talk too much.
All right, there you go.
All right, here's a song. Here's a song, a bird in it and a scarecrow. I want to tell at least one bad joke, and some of you have heard it, but so this crow has been living in the New Hampshire woods all its life. It's never left the woods. It's never even seen a road. And one day he wakes up, man, I got wings. I could see some stuff. So he flies out of the New Hampshire woods. He flies all the way to Boston, lands on a wire, looks down at all the traffic, and goes, "Ka, ka."
You need that sound effect for that one.
Ka, Boston, ka. Daniel's covering his face. I don't blame you. If you guys ever tell that joke, you got to send me $1 for royalties. It's called Scarecrow. She's a seabird, I'm a scarecrow. She came to rest upon my elbow. She flies fast, I watch the corn grow. Will she come back? Well, damned if I know. Damned if I know. Dirty collar, wrinkled pockets, felt hat hanging across my sockets, arms of wood, crooked jaw. Am I the saddest thing? Am I the saddest thing she ever saw? She's a seabird, I'm a scarecrow. Will I turn to driftwood in the shallows? Well, damned if I know. Damned if I know. Could I go beyond the barbed wire? If I could walk, I'd run like wildfire. To the beaches, to the boats, where she dives and where she floats. That's some big blue water to a scarecrow. Will I turn to driftwood in the shallows? Well, damned if I know. Damned if I know. I chase off a flock of thieves, but one lone robber ain't afraid of me. Where she lands and when she leaves ain't got much to do with me. That's some deep blue water to a scarecrow. Will I turn to driftwood in the shallows? Well, damned if I know. Damned if I know. Damned if I know. She's a seabird, I'm a scarecrow. She came to rest upon my elbow. She flies fast, I watch the corn grow. Will she come back? Well, damned if I know. Damned if I know. Damned if I know. Damned if I know. Took the time for
Beautiful imagery.
You're good. I was just looking at the clock, and I don't know. I can't keep track. But if we want to, let's bring Suzie back in. And,
right on. Yeah, we can just swap. We just swap now. Yeah.
Oh, keep you guys going. In fact, let's consider this the beginning of the round, and Michael, go ahead and start the round. How about that?
Okay.
So that way, I can take a moment to say, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together again. Michael, that was beautiful. The set was beautiful. I'm
Oh my God.
lucky to have you as a friend, and we're super happy that you were here today. You two are both amazing. Thank you so much for being here.
Okay.
I've only heard odds and ends of this Lamb's Retreat, but it sounds like a kind of cool little thing. I'm going to have to look into it.
It's awesome. I love it. Made a lot of friends. You have to write a song in 48 hours. That's kind of desperate.
Oh, God.
But it's great. It's great. Puts a fire out to your feet to get something creative done, you know. Well, I got a list. Should probably pick something from it. Where is it? Where'd it go?
I made a list and skipped half of it, so
Yeah, I know. I
that
hear
helps
you.
any.
Yeah.
Here,
Why don't I go ahead and I'll do the one that I was gonna tune up to anyway, since that's kind of what where my brain is.
Can I just check in real quick while you're tuning, Michael? Can I check in with the audience to see, can you see both of them on your screen? If you cannot, I mean, I'm assuming you're in speaker view, but hopefully you can see both of them on your screen right now. So that's cool. All right, great. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for letting me play one more, or thanks for letting me start our round and that Suzie gets to finish it. And I'm looking forward to hearing more Suzie and, you know, getting all Michigan. All right. Here's a song from the West for you. bullet grazed your shoulder. It did a number on your shirt. One is buried in your leg. She said this is gonna hurt. She poured a whiskey on the wound. Now bite down on this willow stick. Then she poured some on the knife and tightened down the tourniquet. She said, you're killing me to save my life. Well, it's this that'll leave you here for dead. Here's a rag to keep the fever down. She started digging for the lead. Cut, cut, cut. Director got up from his chair. Add more blood to his shoulder, please. Rub more mud into his hair. Italy and Spain, Clint Eastwood was the man, but Sergio Leone was the king. Spaghetti western in the can. Camera pans a desert town and the faces of the thieves. Young boy hides behind his mother, sees his father on his knees. The leader of the bandits breaks off more tobacco, or your life or your money pouch, your food and burrow. The silhouette of a blue-eyed stranger appears alone out of nowhere, lights a cigarillo, then he spits. Bandolero fingers start to twitch. He pulls his poncho to the side, shows the iron of a 45. 6 rounds for the 6 of them. Soon they'll all be mortal men. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Director pointing from his chair. Cue the wagon and the dynamite. Get more gun smoke in the air. Italy and Spain, Eli Wallach was the man, but Sergio Leone was the king. Spaghetti western in the can. Two are dead before they hit the ground. He blows another through the tavern doors. One falls from the hotel roof. He shoots another off a running horse. The last one cannon jams his pistol. Blondie throws one at his feet. Sweat pours from his guilty temples. Tumbleweed rolls across the street. Between the music of a jewelry box and the rattle of an angry snake, the bandit lunges for the gun. Lee Van Cleef on set. Lee Van Cleef on set. Eli Wallach. Lunch, lunch, lunch. Okay, let's break for lunch. Extras, makeup, camera crew. Back at 2 o'clock, we'll do more stunts. Sergio heads back to his trailer beneath the hot Italian sun, and the prop hands load more blanks into the guns.
That's great.
Hey.
Thank you.
I wanted to do this one for you, but did you hear that? This one? Sorry.
Do it again. You got a horse. Check it out.
There it is. I didn't think it'd be appropriate, but well, it would have been appropriate, but
It would have been perfect if you had inserted that. It would have been funny. Put it up on the mic.
I don't know you well enough to throw a horse in your set. That's a funny saying. I don't know you well enough to throw a horse in your set. That was awesome. Oh my God, the pictures you paint with your words, that's so awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I switched over to another guitar, Annie. We didn't sound check this one, but it should be okay. I'll just beat it a little harder. The song I'm going to do is called Little One, and many years ago, when I was a rascallion teenager, I had a little girl that I gave up for adoption, and I got to choose her parents and keep in touch from a distance, but I didn't know if I'd ever get to meet her again, because that's how things go sometimes. And I was sitting and watching a film, Rabbit Proof Fence, and there was a scene, just a kind of quick, it's about Aboriginal children who are taken from their families, and there's two little girls traveling, and they never know if they're going to see their mom again. So anyway, so it kind of got emotional to say. And at the end of the film, I picked up my guitar and came up with some music and some lyrics and for a song called Little One. And so that's what I'm going to play for you. And I eventually did reconnect with my birth daughter, and we're friends. We've played music together, and she's awesome. And so this is kind of Sarah's song. So here's Little One.
Vinny.
Wow, you are such a good
Yeah.
guitarist.
Yeah.
And
Man.
what a singer, what a voice.
What
a song.
tuning?
Too
Oh,
good.
someone has asked what tuning is this little one? It's what is it? DAD. I think that's what I've got it in.
AAD?
Dad ad. DAD. I think's what I got.
I can
it
relate
in.
to the AAD part.
I have my own. I call it ABCD. I don't know. It doesn't stand for anything, but I made up my own. So, yeah.
That's cool. What a cool
Awesome.
tuning.
Yeah, it's fun. It's the only song I have in that tuning on that guitar, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's cool. Gorgeous.
So, what do you got, mister?
Well, I just figured out how to do the view, so now I can see you better. I saw a sea of, gigantic Hollywood squares on steroids. I couldn't find it at first. So now I can see you and me at the same time like we're supposed to. I'm gonna send this out to Ted. Ted Selby's watching. Kiara's dad. He's 92. He's all over Facebook. He's the rage. And I wrote this song with my dad in mind also. He's 86. He'd actually get mad at me right now. He's 85. He's turning 86 in 2 days, 3 days. 2 days. Send it out to my dad and Ted. A song about hanging up the spurs. We had 40 acres up in Cloverdale for a while in the 80s, my dad and our family, before it turned into wine country and got too expensive.
Sounds like you live in a pretty amazing little pocket there, and I love that your family's been there all your life. I mean, aside from being on the road, right? Or no?
Well, we grew up in Niles. I grew up here. My dad grew up in actually Connecticut for half of his childhood.
Okay.
And then San Francisco, during World War II, they moved west. And then my dad had kids with my mom, Pasadena for a couple of years when I was in diapers, and then we settled in Niles here, which is the Bay Area. But
Right.
Cloverdale's quite a ways north. It's about 3 hours, as the crow drives. And so it's a different world up there. It's beautiful. We were about 2,000 feet above the Russian River. We had 4 horses and a little ranch house. It wasn't anything to write home about, but good memories.
Sounds beautiful. Last time I was in that neck of the woods was 2001.
Okay.
I was in Palo Alto for the West Coast Songwriters Association meeting.
Yeah.
We'd won first place, so
Great.
my co-writer and I made the trek from Canada down to the conference and hung out for the weekend. It was great fun. It was
I'm
beautiful.
totally involved in that organization. I'm in the Palo Alto's right across the bridge. I can get there in about 20 minutes.
Right, so you must know Ian then, right?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Since '91.
Oh yeah, right.
That was my first little Song of the Year thing with them.
Very cool.
Back in the day. Back when I was in diapers still.
Awesome. Well, I'll shut up and let you do your song.
All right.
Sorry.
All right, this song's called Still Red, sending it out to my dad and Ted. That rhymed. Easy chair up in the hayloft, Coca-Cola fridge in the shed. Something ain't right, the radio's dead. Nothing grazing in the field, I got a cage to rattle. All hat, no cattle, but the barn's still red. All hat, no cattle, but the barn's still red. The big oak ain't what it used to be. One good storm and it's smithereens. Take an axe to it limb by limb. New pile of firewood, winter coming on. Trees long gone, but the stove's still red. Trees long gone, but the fire's still red. Put a bet on the swayback mule. Spend a day at the track. It'll even out at the poker game or shooting pool. Bad luck comes back like a boomerang. Hey, let's all ride a mechanical bull. Yeah, let's all ride a mechanical bull. Looking at the long haul. Looking at the long haul. Back 40 in the corner underneath the cross. Someday I'll be out there too. There lies a buckaroo. Barn doors open, the horse got out long time ago. Geese flew south. Big Dipper don't care what the compass don't know, or what a broken clock says. Burning daylight. Sun's long gone, but the sky is still red. Trees long gone, but the stove's still red. All hat, no cattle, but the barn's still red. All hat, no cattle, but the barn's still red. The roar of the crowd.
Go ahead, press the button. Go ahead. You know you want to. Press the button. You know you want to. Go ahead.
Wait a minute.
That's
one?
a good one. That's awesome.
This thing's starting. I think I spilled water on it because I pushed the yeehaw button, and sometimes there's a woman screaming or a baby crying.
Oh, that's so fun. Well, when you shared that on the farm talk or wherever we were,
Yeah.
I was gonna try to buy one, and I thought there's probably an app that does it. So I found an app, but so there's all sorts of fun things. It's good. Good. So I think Annie? Is this the last song, or is there going to be another round?
Well, personally, I could listen to you two swap songs all night. But you do another one, and Michael do one more, and you do one more. So
Okay. So this is a songwriter showcase. So we're showcasing songs we've written, and I've had a request from two of my Uber fans in the thing asking for a song that I didn't write, but I think I put my stamp on it. So what do you think?
it's totally
We
fine.
do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do
All
it.
right. We're going to do it. So it's a song called I Need a Cowboy. I think it's all the Western. So feel free to throw some sound effects in, Michael. I give you permission. And if I forget the words, we'll just have a good laugh about it. That's all. This is called I Need a Cowboy, and it's a song that I learned years and years ago. It's my friend wrote it, and it's a tribute to his uncle, who was a rancher in Alberta, and he had me sing a demo of it, and I was singing it at home. I was learning it in my living room at home, and that's it. My little sister's adding the lyrics. Anyway, I was singing it. My dad decided to add a part to it, so there was a call and response, and in the verse, I was like, I sang a cowboy don't know nothing, and then my dad peeked his head around the corner and went, nothing. And then the same thing happened. Smells like sage and leather, and there he was, leather.
Heather!
There you go. Yeah, there's a few folks of that know the song. And they'll be hollering. So if you guys want to unmute and do the leathers and the nothings, it'll totally be out of time, but it'll be kind of funny. I shouldn't actually give them permission to do that, but it'll be kind of fun for one song. And my father passed away in 2000, as I mentioned before, and he was in palliative care at the hospital just before he passed, and I went to visit him, and I sang the song, and I didn't think he'd even hear it, but I sang the first verse, and I looked down, and sure enough, his toe was tapping to the beat. Like, he was sleeping, he was on painkillers and that, and he couldn't talk to him anymore. Second verse, he didn't say anything, but in perfect time, his arm shot straight up in the air. So it was, anyway, so this one, we'll just do it for fun. I need a cowboy, boy, oh, I better bring my guitar, my amps right. Boy. I need a cowboy who can teach me to two-step and show me moves that I won't forget. Twist and twirl in a whirl of joy. I need a cowboy, boy, oh boy. City boys are distracted, too much on their minds. Facts and deals from automobiles to payments behind. All right, get your nothing ready. But a cowboy don't own nothing. Ready?
Nothing!
Have sun and stars and sky. When a cowboy kisses you on the lips, he looks you in the eye. I need a cowboy who can teach me to two-step and show me moves that I won't forget. Twist and twirl in a whirl of joy. I need a cowboy, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, he might be in Montana or that rodeo in Calgary, where ropers and wranglers go dancing. Well, a cowboy waits for me. Get your leather ready. He'll smell like sage and leather. Ready?
Leather!
Feel long and lean and tan. Oh, and take off his hat and hold out his arm and say, could I have this dance, ma'am? I need a cowboy who can teach me to two-step and show me moves that I won't forget. Twist and twirl in a whirl of joy. I need a cowboy, boy, oh boy. I need a cowboy who can teach me to two-step, show me moves that I won't forget. Twist and twirl in a whirl of joy. I need a cowboy, boy, oh boy. Woo-hoo. Yeah!
Awesome.
Dave Cummings is in the show.
He was showing up when I guess he was on.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Thanks for helping out, everybody.
Thanks for letting me push the button 3 more times.
All right.
All right. Suzie, it's really good to hear you. Annie, thanks for introducing me to her.
Yeah.
What a treasure.
Right
All
back
the way-
at you.
And all the way up Ontario, Canada. Far, 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 far away.
Far from you. It's funny though. It's like it's 6 hours from like the farm conference. It's the closest one of the regional conferences to go to. So hopefully next fall we will get to hang out in person.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Aww.
For sure.
Okay, I got a song here. This is my last one. Thanks for letting me be part of this circle. Well, it's a line. It's between 2 points. It's not really a circle. It's 1 point to you in the back, but feels like a circle because everybody's in here. I wrote the song. I carried this story around with me for almost 20 years. And it's based on there's a friend of mine. She's about 92 now as well. Her name's Katie Rasmussen. She's a really gifted painter and sculptor here in Niles area, Fremont. And I was in her backyard about 20 years ago. She had some of the locals. We used to hang out at the cafe, play dominoes, have coffee in the mornings at our local cafe about a block from here. And she was in there, her and Sam, who's 94, and we had a party, and they invited all the local cafe people over to their house. And there was a painting on her wall that she had put on her garden wall. And I asked her what's up with that painting, and she told me the story. And so I wrote a song about the painting and the critter in the painting. They call me Grusha. I was a Russian circus bear. I'm on my way back to Siberia. Yes, I am. I'm gonna pedal there. They taught me how to dance and ride. 3 shows every night. They turned their backs, and off I rode on my trusty circus bike. I sat up straight, went round and round, traded treats for their commands. I held on tight to the handlebars, used my feet like they were hands. I raced the pigs and the chimpanzees, but I know I'm not a man. Now for 30 miles I've pedaled straight, and they don't know where I am. They call me Grusha. I was a Russian circus bear. I'm on my way back to Siberia. Yes, I am. I'm gonna pedal there. Is it wrong to run away? Is this how a bear behaves? Ride through lanes of quiet neighborhoods in a silly gown and a silly hood. They make the clothes and dress me up. I can't help how I look. Now if they don't recognize me, good. I'm gonna pedal right into the woods. They call me Grusha. I was a Russian circus bear. I'm on my way back to Siberia. Yes, I am. I'm gonna pedal there. Life beneath the big top canvas is all I have ever known. Trailers, cages, town to town. Sometimes you passed my forest home. And I'm not sure what I'll do now. It's a game of hide and seek. Maybe they'll just quit and go home too. And I'll spend the winter off my feet. Now I'm on a country path full of apple trees and farms. 2 horses see me kick their heels. How I could use a barn. But I can't stop to rest or drink. I gotta pedal till I'm gone. I do not know how close I am, but I smell the trees. It won't be long. They call me Grusha. I was a Russian circus bear. I'm on my way back to Siberia. Yes, I am. I'm gonna pedal there. The sky appears so much bluer than I remember as a cub. I sit down by a berry bush, not a hint of circus grub. Forest air runs through my fur like grass, my brown face against the sun. No finish line, just the forest pines. The only bicycle race I ever won.
Beautiful. Awesome.
Thank you.
Love that.
Thanks for having me.
Beautiful.
Wow. That list of too many songs, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. But I'll do this one. This is a gentle song. It's called Drift Away, and I wrote this with another Canadian songwriter named Matt Anderson, who is from the east coast of Canada. If you ever get a chance to check out Matt, do, because he's awesome. He's about 6.5 feet tall, and he's got a voice the size, maybe bigger than Texas. He's a sweetheart. And we wrote this song for his album, and I kind of fell in love with it, so I kind of kidnapped it. And I would sing it when we first wrote it, and I just kind of, I like how it made me feel. So it's kind of about when you're going through a tough time, just remembering to breathe. So anyway, before I do it, though, I just got to say a big thanks to Annie for inviting me to be a part of tonight, and such a treat to hear you, Michael. Thank you so much for your beautiful songs, and again, I look forward to getting to meet you in person.
We're gonna get to play some day together. I'll host you here. I when you come to California, I got a gig for you.
I am so due to get there, so
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I'll take you up on that. That's awesome.
Do.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, and here's Drift Away. Drift away from your worries. Drift away from all your cares. The storm is raging, it'll be over soon. Let it go and drift away. Carry on through the hard times. Carry on through the strife. The darkness is fading, it'll be morning soon. Let it go and carry on. Don't know what to do, and you don't know who to be, and you don't know where to go. When the end is so hard to see, drift away from your worries. Drift away from all your cares. The storm is raging, it'll be over soon. Let it go and drift away. Storm is raging, it'll be over soon. Oh, let it go and drift away.
drift away, drift away.
Yay! Quick end.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Well, this is one of those times when I look at the clock and I can't believe it's been almost 2 hours because this has just been like, I want more. If you were in the room, there'd be a standing ovation. There'd be people rushing to the merch table. And our usual suspects would all be picking up their chairs. There'd be this flurry of activity where people would fold up chairs and put them against the wall, and we'd be hanging out, and we'd be talking, and you'd be mobbed. Since we can't be doing that, you all can go mob their websites. Don't already own their merchandise, because contrary to popular belief, CDs are still a thing. And my guess is that they're going to get a few more pennies if you buy a CD than they would if you just stream their music on Spotify. Although it's fine, stream their music on Spotify, but buy the CD too, people. That's all I have to say about that. I'm assuming Michael has some CDs.
Yeah. MichaelMcNevin.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, SuzieVinnick.com. I have barbecue aprons and t-shirts too.
Oh, right. Even more. So all of that.
I'll sell my shoes and empty propane canisters.
What's the name of the lady that's sitting behind you, Michael? I've been meaning to ask all night. She's on the bench.
That's Helen the Mannequin. That's my
Helen.
co-host when I have concerts here. I'm doing number 75 on Sunday. I should have probably mentioned that. Sunday at 5. Sunday at 6. I kind of took your advice, Annie. I'm going to go to one concert a week. Not your advice, but the Tuesday chat. I decided to kind of kill Wednesdays. I'm going to just play on Sundays now.
Cool.
Do some more writing. But Helen behind me is my co-host. When I have a songwriter call in, I'll actually talk to them at a desk behind me like Letterman with a telephone. I have a microphone on the speaker of the telephone, and I call them, and then I play a song or two of the songwriter. I'd love to have you on.
I would love to do it.
And then I pretend that she's the co-host, like Ed McMahon or whatever.
Does she say much?
No, she's very quiet.
Pretty quiet. And
Yeah.
the thing, I'm looking at the guitar next to hers. Just a second. I gotta grab something.
Oh, Dan, it's a harmony. Annie, while she's getting it, I want to thank Kiara also for connecting us.
Yeah, she's in there. Where are you?
She's in there somewhere.
She's in here somewhere.
And all the Lambs Retreaters. There's a lot of them in here.
I see another. Look at that.
I think we have twin guitars, Michael.
Oh yeah, I've got that one.
That's the one.
That is that's a silhouette, and I have one of those at home. The one behind me
Okay, it's different.
is a Bobcat with 2 silver foil pickups, but no whammy bar. I have that exact guitar of yours, though. It's either a Harmony or a Silvertone. What is it?
It's made in the USA.
Does it?
I don't know.
Does it say?
Does not say. It used to have Merle Haggard's signature on it with a Sharpie, but it was sitting in the sunbeam, and the sunbeam faded the signature away. So, anyways, I saw that one. I went, hey, I think we have the same guitar.
They're brothers and sisters. These two
Very
guitars.
close.
That's the big brother or sister of this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Problem. Wow.
Awesome.
This has been a beautiful night. I'm going to do what I usually like to do at this point and switch to gallery view so that people on Facebook land. You guys mind that your faces are on? If you mind, just mute your video. But actually, we can stop the Facebook stream right now. Let's do that. Let's not. If you're on Facebook next time, join us in the Zoom room and you can hang out for this part of it. I'm just going to stop the live stream. Thanks for joining us out there on Facebook land. We appreciate you. Come join us on the tracks, Chelsea.com.